The basic truth is that this Assam government, its officials, bureaucrats, ministers, policemen, all are anti-tribal. So whatever these economic package or developmental schemes are sorted out or chalked out, this cannot be sincerely implemented in true sense. So this implementation is not possible under this anti-tribal government and its bureaucrats. So that is why the solution is the separation, the division of Assam and creation of separate state of Bodoland.
The central and state governments categorically refused further division of Assam, but agreed to a series of tripartite talks to defuse the volatile situation. The AGP state government, however, insisted that the then Congress government in the centre was encouraging the Bodos to the path of violence.
Roe has dissociated from APSU now. He said, and Roe did not associate us earlier also. We protested in yesterday's talk. He could not produce any document also. He charged that it is Roe spent 3 crores of rupees in APSU movement or like that.
No, unfortunately, these money that is spent or, these things are not documented. So you obviously will not have receipts or thing, but...
No. How it can be proved? This is not true at all. This is not true.
In this atmosphere of charge and countercharge, a moot point remained. The tribals in Assam were alienated and a new dimension had been added to Assam's turbulent politics. The Bodo agitation directly affects only one Lok Sabha seat, yet it was obvious to the National Front government, which replaced the Congress eye in the centre, as the tripartite talks continued, that the solution could be found only if genuine grievances of the tribals were addressed to. Meanwhile, however, the Bodo leaders were adamant that nothing short of Bodoland was acceptable to them.
And our thing is very much clear, except Bodoland we are not going to accept.
Bodoland is the only thing that you're going to accept?
Yes.
And if Bodoland is not given to you?
There will be, it is a struggle.
For how long?
Continuously, till it is accepted. Yes, we are ready to fight.
And how will you fight?
We'll have to manage.
Will you have violence?
Anything else?
Will you go underground?
Not that. Not that.
Will you take help of countries bordering India?
No. No. We don't have society.
So your fight will be within the Constitution of India
yes,
and within the constitutional
definitely.
framework.
Definitely. We are very much democratic and constitutional. We are demanding only the constitutional provision of Article 2, 3 and 4 of Indian Constitution.
While the Bodo agitation captured the attention of the country and symbolized Assam's political dilemma, it put into background the issue of the tardy implementation of the Assam Accord. The political adversaries of the AGP claimed that the AGP had been voted to power on the promise of the immediate
Bodoland movement and the issues of human rights violation. Every individual, by virtue of being a human, inherits some basic rights and privileges. These rights we called human rights. These are inalienable and inherent in our nature. It can be broadly categorized into socio-economic and cultural rights, civil and political rights, and group rights. Several numbers of laws and conventions were made by the states, as well as the international organizations, for the preservation and protection of these rights, but have not achieved any desirable success. One of the reasons for such human rights violation is the emergence of several social movements throughout the world. There is no consensus of opinion among the social scientists regarding the term social movement. Even this paper will not try to explore the meaning of social movement in details. However, for the convenience of the present study, the term social movement will be looked upon as a deliberate and collective endeavor to promote change in any direction and by any means, not excluding violence, illegality, revolution, or objectives. Ideology, programs, leadership and organization are the important components of social movements. They are interdependent and influence each other. Bodoland movement, which emerged in the 20th century, is a social movement in the true sense of the term, because it involves the socio-economic, as well as political changes. Bodoland movement. The Bodos are one of the earliest inhabitants of Assam. They migrated to the northeastern part of India, at about 5000 BC in search of greener pasture, and better living from Central Asia such as China, Mongolia, Tibet and Siberia. Writing about Bodos, Endel remarked in feature and general appearance they approximate very closely to Mongolian type, and this would seem to point to Tibet and China as the original home of the race. With the passage of time and situation, they scattered in different parts of the region and acquired different tribe names. In the Brahmaputra Valley they are known as Burros, in Tripura, as Tripuris, in North Kashar as Damasas and so on. They ruled Assam till 1854. In Tripura, they had their own kingdom till 1949. But the situation has changed since then. Today, the Bodos of the Brahmaputra Valley apprehend that their socio-cultural and political identity is in threat under the dominance of the greater Assamese nationalism. A Bodo student named Sajit Nazari was killed when some Assamese miscreants threw a stone on him at Tihu Chowk on the 12th of June, 1987, while they were coming from a mass rally in Guwahati. Another ABSU volunteer Sri Subos Basumatary had to lose one of his eyes due to that attack. Police forces shot death 2 ABSU volunteers viz. Kabaram Basumatary and Alendra Basumatary at Lalanpura in Dayang district on the 9th of September, 1987. Again, police shot death 1 ABSU volunteer Obaram Mushahari and seriously injured Shahdev Brahma near Sofanguri in Kokrajhar district on the 25th of September, 1987. Such attack on the innocent Bodo people became very common during the Bodoland movement. One of the darkest pages in the history of Bodoland movement is the incident at number 12 Bumka in Kokrajhar district of Assam. In their report to Amnesty International, presidents of all Bodo Students' Union and all Kashar Karimgunj Students' Association stated that 9 Bodo girls and 1 old woman at number 12 Bumka village in Kokrajhar district of Assam were gang-raped by the Assam Police, AP, and Assam Police Task Force, APTF, on the nights of 25th and the 27th of January of 1988. In fact, rape by the police forces had become so much common during the Bodoland movement that Pramila Rani Brahma, the then president of ATWWF, doubt if any Bodo-dominated village has escaped the ravages. Another bloody incident occurred in the late 1989. At the patronage of the Assam government, some Assamese miscreants in connivance with the Assam police forces committed massacres at Gopur in August and at Rangapara in May 1989 under Sonitpur district, Simlaguri under Lakhimpur district in August 1989, Karabari, Bakatpara and Farupeta under Dorong district in August 1989. Another bloody incident occurred in the late 1989. At the patronage of the Assam government, some Assamese miscreants in connivance with the Assam police forces committed massacres at Gopur in August and at Rangapara in May 1989 under Sonitpur district, Simlaguri under Lakhimpur district in August 1989, Karabari, Bakatpara and Farupeta under Dorong district in August 1989. In those incidents more than 300 innocent Bodo women and children were butchered and over 10,000 Bodo houses were burned down to ashes. More than 15,000 Bodo people were settled in relief camps without government relief, rehabilitation and medical care. According to the report of ABSU to the then Prime Minister of India, VP Singh, over 200 Bodo inmates died out of starvation, and another 93 Bodo inmates died due to lack of medical care in Gopur itself. However, there are differences of opinion regarding the number of victims in every incident. But there is no doubt that a huge number of people lost their life during the Bodoland movement. According to the record of all Bodo Students' Union, at least 1135 Bodo people had lost their life during the Bodoland movement from 1987 to 93. Controversial acts like Terrorist and Disruptive Activities Prevention Act 1987, Assam Disturbed Areas Act 1955 and Armed Forces Special Powers Act 1958 were imposed in the Kokrajhar district of Assam, where Bodoland movement was gaining its momentum. Large number of the innocent people became the victim of fake encounter, while many other were beaten brutally, leading to the loss of their eyes, legs, hands and so on. Thousands of the innocent Bodo people were sent in jail and tortured there. But no compensation was made to the victims and their families. Atrocities in the name of enforcing law and order in the state still exist in Bodoland Territorial Council region of Assam. For a lasting peace in the region, the root causes of the Bodoland movement must be explored and economic backwardness of the region should be addressed at the earliest.